Hello, ladies and gents, to another exciting episode of Hitman 2016. Once again, I am Brandon Carey, and today we will play the elusive target codename the Angel of Death.
Good afternoon, 47. Your target is Etta Davis, also known as the Angel of Death. The target is a retired nurse, believed to have killed dozens of patients in retirement homes and hospitals across Great Britain. Her preferred technique is poison, though in later years she has begun to prefer blunt weapons and violent accidents such as falls. Ongoing intercepts have tracked her to Marrakesh. This matches profile predictions that she is expanding her hunting grounds now that the net is tightening at home. While the target may look like a harmless old lady, it is certain that she will kill again repeatedly, given the opportunity. The clock is ticking, 47. Good luck.
So, in the briefing, I saw her in the cafe with a cup of tea. So, I assumed that would probably be where she was headed at some point. So that's why I chose to start in the cafeteria. Or, not the cafe, in the shisha bar. The shisha cafe. And I was here minding the intel document for any clues that might help me. That might help me with this mission, because I, like any loose target, I come in with no knowledge, but the briefing there was particularly vague, at least in my opinion. So I was hoping that there would be something in there I could use, and there really wasn't. So I came in just kind of getting my usual tools in case I needed to do something. I had no real plan at this point. I was just getting everything I needed to keep my options open. Yeah, that briefing was a particularly vague briefing. All we know about her is that she is murderous, and that she disguises herself as an old lady, or as a harmless old lady, in order to cover up her murders. That's not a lot to go on. So I was hoping, if I waited here long enough...
Good afternoon, 47. We have been unable to determine the target's specific location, but she was sighted in the city center a few hours ago. Whatever you do, don't accept a cup of tea from her, 47. Good hunting.
That she would come in. Started picking up my smuggled item. I sat around here for a bit. Started picking my smuggled item, I entered the city center. Because Diana just said that she was sighted in the city center not long ago. So, I wander around here for a bit, hoping to find her. Just looking. And frankly, not much happens for a very, very long time. I'm talking about 20, 25 minutes long time. So rather than have you watch me faff about in Marrakesh for 20 minutes, doing jack all, getting nothing done, we're gonna move on from this.
Like, how many people did she kill? Shacking up with a woman. Seriously, like, I saw them this morning on the roof.
Really?
Yeah, totally. Not that I am gonna go find her and what I mean.
I'll tag you. Act your age, right?
And the old lady.
She looks like something out of one of those investigating grand.
Yeah, I used to be a waitress. Hard work.
That lovely little old English lady. The one who was always solving murders. Come on. It's a classic.
So that was a little hint that occurred halfway around my faffing about, but honestly it provided no information that would help me actually find the harmless little old lady. That looks like an English spy novel character.
Smile for that extra tip.
That's a load of rubbish. We all want
high quality pottery. How may I help you?
Hi there. Yeah,
Tailor-made, Sash.
So, what time did he give us again?
I believe you talked to the former headmaster yourself, sir.
Yeah, well, we better wait a few minutes more. He's a big fish around here, mind you. He must have taught half the children in the neighborhood.
Honestly, I'm still a little bit afraid of him, sir.
Sure, he was handy with the cane. But I don't hold a grudge against him. Those were different times, right?
Guess so, sir.
He taught us punctuality and respect. I think he was the best thing that happened to most of us, you know?
That is true.
So what's taking him so long? Well, we've waited long enough. Let's have a look around.
I'm right behind you, sir.
So this is not our target, but this is a very stark change to what's usually in the Marrakesh map, which makes it a new avenue of investigation. Because this is where in the original Marrakesh map, the headmaster of the school that Zaydan is using as his compound resides, writing some Tom Clancy-ish novel of sorts.
Good afternoon, 47.
So,
We've been unable to determine the
although
target's
that's not our
specific
target,
location,
the fact that that
she was
is a
sighted in the city
change
centre a few hours ago.
from
Whatever you
what
do,
is
don't accept
normal
the
in Marrakesh
47.
means that it's
Good
got
hunting.
to be related to the loose target in some way. And then I look up and see that that is our target. She is right up there.
Yeah, you guessed it. Where is a $3
So now that I know where she is, this changes our game a bit.
unicorn on the top row up there? Definitely give me one of those, please.
So priority 1 now is finding a way up to where the headmaster is. And I recall from watching other videos of the regular Hitman, or the regular Marrakesh mission, that there is a pipe right past these two clowns that you can climb right up to the tower. Right up to the headmaster's location. So I decide it's best to try to start at Zaydan's compound to get up there. With
Good afternoon, 47.
So
We've been
we
unable
just
to
went
determine the
from
target's specific location.
knowing
She was sighted in the city
absolutely
centre
jack
a few
shit
hours ago.
about this mission
Don't accept a cup of tea from her, 47. Good
to investigating some minor addition to the mission that didn't seem relevant, to looking up a little on accident and finding our target.
Get the hell up or I'll knock you down.
That all happened in the span of a couple of minutes. So now that we know where our target is, we have an avenue of investigation, a way to get to her. Unfortunately, these two, because they see through my disguise, this poses a problem. Now I gotta figure out how to either get them away from the pipe, or find a new avenue of approach to either getting up to the headmaster's suite, or to get to her in a different way. So suddenly we've gone from nothing to having a game plan and a contingency plan.
Crystal Dog get involved? Should we take action?
No, no.
So we're going to see if I can go up
No, he is capitalism.
with the guys there. Up to see her. Like if I can just walk right up.
Soldier.
And no, because that guy sees me. So that also kind of ruins my game plan. So going up to them is tricky. Because they are seeing me. but they're too close to each other. For when I toss this coin, if I were to toss that coin, what would happen is that I would distract one of them, but the other would be watching, so I can't take them out. It would get me nowhere. So I need to find some way to get them away from that pipe, because that pipe is the way to my target. This is immensely frustrating.
Mom, I am so honored by your You don't know what a vlog is. It's something nice.
Howdy, trooper.
5 years since you passed away. Still.
That's the thing about elusive targets that I found over the course of doing them is that the best way
Salute, soldier.
to figure out how to take them is to figure out what changed in the level.
Check on the prisoner. I hear they were close, so
The only thing that tipped me off to that being
his brother was one of the policemen who got killed
what I was supposed to do
prison transport this morning. So he,
was the fact
got cold feet.
that those soldiers were not there before.
Who the hell are you? Hey. This guy. I mean, what's his problem? You know him?
So that didn't work, so I had to find something else, some other way. I just didn't really know of one. So what my next thought was to try to see what would happen if I just wait for the soldiers to get up there and leave. What would happen then? So we're changing our game plan up a bit. Not much, but a bit. And we're going to try to let her come down and see what happens
Good afternoon,
then.
47. We have been unable to determine the target's specific location, but she was sighted in the city center a few hours ago. Whatever you do, don't accept a cup of tea from her, 47. Good hunting.
The old man's never late.
True, sir.
So, what time did he give us again?
I believe you talked to the former headmaster yourself, sir.
Yeah, well, we better wait a few minutes more. He's a big fish around here, mind you. We must have taught half the children.
The implication is that this target murdered the headmaster and is covering up her crimes under the guise of, I am an old lady, I couldn't possibly do it. I wait here for a bit, because there's not much I can do. I can't go in there, it's trespassing. Which means that if I want to get to her, I just gotta wait for her to come down. At least that's what I thought at the time, because I couldn't figure out how to get to that pipe. So after just chilling here a bit, eventually, like I think 5-10 minutes later, she comes down. Okay, so...
Hello? I'm
Alright, so after waiting
You are filling that suit
a couple of minutes, here she is, and holy
Seems like we're going
shit.
shopping, boys. Wrap it up and fall in line. We're moving out.
Holy shit.
Hello, come in. Come in. I can see you.
I
All right there.
can't believe that this old lady got a group of armed soldiers to follow her through the streets to help her shop.
No harm done. Go ahead.
Waiting for her to get down here suddenly looks like a very, very bad idea. Although now that I saw those propane tanks there, I might have been able to use the breaching charge to make it look like an accident. It would be hard, though. It would be really hard. But now that she's out here, I don't know what to do. I didn't expect all these people to be following her throughout the marketplace. Like, even without them, trying to kill her in an open crowd would be difficult and actually probably impossible. But with them, there's just no way. I'm not even going to try. So I'm going to...
Nice suit.
I have no choice but to follow her around to see if she breaks off from them for even a second. Or if there's an opportunity to force her to break off from them by distracting her. But between those guards and the already packed streets of Marrakesh, this is looking pretty grim. I'm not going to lie.
What is
Sir?
this then? My poor.
It's your lucky day. My friend.
He took such a terrible spill down the stairs and landed on carpet. Just nice little bit.
Hello there. Is that right, Mom?
Like
It's tragic.
Oh, hey, look at the time. We should really be off.
Yes, Mom.
Come with me. Come with me. Won't regret it. Please. Please. I have a good price for you. I thought we were friends.
Hi.
So, yeah, we have no choice but to just kind of tail them for a bit. Otherwise, I mean, there's not much. Yeah, there's nothing else to really do.
Looking for a